Hello guys, welcome back to me, the Real Flowy, and as you can see here, I'm on my Minehut server. I made my Minehut SMP, which I made for me and my friends here. So today, I'm gonna show you guys, see the command blocks here. Now, sorry about that. Yeah. Anyways, I was saying, let me show you guys how to use command blocks. And the command blocks trick I'm going to be teaching you today is what do you call it? Not what do you call NPCs, because that's not even an NPC. Basically, you see the little how there's a scoreboard that's a player kill counter um for a lifesteal server. This can be pretty good, but that's not what I'm going over in today's video. I'll make a video about how to make a kill counter, make like a player kill counter on your SMP servers. I'm gonna go over that in like and maybe a later video, but in today's video, I'm gonna be going over something else entirely. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever played Hypixel Skyblock, but if you guys have ever played Hypixel Skyblock, you might know that Hypixel Skyblock has its own OST. Now, the as I was saying, the OST for Hypixel Skyblock, the way it's made is by using the sounds of like note blocks. But another thing that you can do that's pretty basic. At least that's a bit more basic part using like redstone repeaters but here I'm gonna be showing you guys a little thing where there's actually a command which you can use to make your own soundtrack or kind of using the sounds that are already in Minecraft. You could I'm talking about the sounds of glass breaking, ambient sounds, that type of thing. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use that. So what you want to do is you want to open your command block, and you're gonna want to type play sound. You can type play sound. Then whatever sound you want. For example, just for this example, let's do for this one you can do really any sound that exists in the game. So just for funsies, let's do one that wouldn't really make a lot of sense, like this is done. So basically what I'm gonna do is let's do the let me think one. How about the llama spinning? So what we do is we do entity, we type entity, and then we do dot in order to find find what you call it, the entity's name is. In this case, we'll put the what do you call it, the llama. But like in this case, you can also just kind of scroll through, or you could do. You know what? Let's do a blaze's burning sound. And now, if we set this to, you need to write down impulse. Now, what this means is every time there's a redstone signal that enters this command block, it's going to set off or create that sound. But you might have known thinking, why didn't that work? But that's because there's actually something else you have to do after this, which is you have to insert the position or the coordinates of where you want the sound to spread out. And there's also a thing. You see how it says ambient, block, hostile, master, music, neutral, and player? Well, when you go into your setting or your options, and you go into sounds, you see how it's like what do you call it? Music, jukebox, blocks. These are all the same sounds you see here. So depending on which one you put in your command block input, then it will affect its volume will be affected by that, meaning that let's say you wanted your what do you call it, your sound to be put as master. Then if you adjust your master volume, it will adjust the volume of the sound being played from the command block. If you set it to say block volume, then when you adjust this value, the volume for what's coming out of the command block will be changed according to this percentage of that, if that kind of makes sense. Hopefully I'm explaining this in a way that makes sense. Now, what we're gonna do is you have to select which one. Now, for this one, I'm gonna select hostile. You can do any one, even though this is technically entity sound, you could still make it put it in the music data tag, if that kind of makes sense. Then you can select who's going to be hearing it. You can either make it so that only a certain person can hear it. You can also make it so a random person hears it, or you can do it for everyone hear it. If you're going for what you call doing what Hypixel Skyblock does with their soundtrack, you're gonna want what you call use at A. This way, everyone's gonna be able to hear it. Next, we want to put the chords, your coordinates, and then once you've done this, and you input a redstone signal, you hear that? You might be able to hear the blaze crackling. So, what do you call it? That's how you do it like that, but there is more things you can do with this. For example, I'm pretty sure that you can also affect your volume and your pitch of your sound. Basically, for the volume is pretty standard, meaning that let's say we start with a volume value, the volume variable to 1. It sounds normal, but if I say set it to 10, it's kind of hard to hear since it's like the blaze crackling. But like if we do say something like a different sound, would be easier for you to hear that. It'll be like it sounds a bit louder. Then you also have pitch, and pitch is the pitch of the sound. So here we have let's do 1 as our pitch. Sounds normal, but what if we were to do a pitch of say something like well, we could do a pitch of 1, but like we can't do like a higher number than 1 due by just like a blaze sound. But one thing you can also do is like you can also put like a minimum value. So the way you could do that is you can put a 0 here if you don't want to affect your pitch. I mean, yeah, so you can also have a minimum value. And then let's say our minimum value is 1. This will basically just be the minimum value for minimum volume of the sound. And when I might be wrong this, but I'm pretty sure what the minimum value does is that it will make it so that it will randomize. It'll randomize what the volume is of the sound every time it plays, and then the minimum value is the lowest it can possibly be, if that makes sense. Now there are other things you can do with what do you call it, the sound command. Um, for example, you can also do. You guys know how whenever you go to the Nether, you'll hear like certain ambient sounds, or say the glow squid ambient sound, which is a sound I bet a lot of you did not expect me to say, since like no one really notices it. Um, you also use it to play that. You can also do slash play sound. Um, let's do one called. Let's do cake add candle, and then we set it to block. Do I have to make it so at A set coordinates, volume to let's make it 5, and then we flick the lever. You can kind of hear the cake squelching. And one thing you can also do is if you set this to a repeat command block, then we set it to needs redstone. We can set up say, let's say you want to make it go off like maybe every now and then, like kind of like a redstone clock. You can either make it like an old-fashioned redstone clock, or you can use what you call an observer facing an observer, because what's happening when an observer is facing an observer, basically the observer here, when you place it, it updates this block. But when this block updates, that update causes this update block to update. And since they detect block updates, well, they can create an infinite loop. So as you can see here, now you've created a cacophony of cake squishing, if you really want to do that. And who knows, if you what do you call it, say an admin on a Minecraft server, then you can use this to patrol your friends. Maybe underneath a pressure plate, you can place this under that and just make it so they hear something. Or you could make it to make the what do you call it, command block make the creeper hissing sound to really scare off your friends and become a nuisance. Um, Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you want to. Um, Next video will probably be me showing you guys how to make a scoreboard.